I was just thinking this afternoon, last year at this time, totally different story, right? I was looking into a camera and there was no one here. It was strange Holy Week. So it makes you appreciate what we have. We're so blessed to be able to come back and to some degree and to see your faces, or at least part of it. And, it's just look back over this year. A lot of suffering, right? A lot of sacrifices, a lot of struggles. And I just feel, maybe I'm speaking for myself, I just feel like this Holy Week is going to mean a lot more, maybe for a lot of us than ever. But this Holy Week is an invitation for all of us to enter into his passion. And one thing I want to say, because I don't think this is taught enough, when we read the Passion, I think we tend to look at that as some historical event that happened a long time ago, and we reflect on it, and truly it is, but it's more than that. So when we have the liturgy, when we have the Mass, those mysteries, those are living mysteries. Just like when you pray the rosary, those are called living mysteries. That means Jesus is always living out his passion, death, and resurrection. How? Through us now, because we are his body. So think of all the ways Jesus is going through his passion through the church now. Look what the church has gone through. Look what the church is going through. That's his passion being lived out in us. But how many of us are aware of that? Every time we come to Mass, that's why he gave us the Eucharist, so that he can make the Paschal Mystery, that is his passion, death, and resurrection, so that he can make it present to us. To represent means to make present. So how blessed we are as Catholics to have the Eucharist, because Jesus makes his passion, death, and resurrection present to us. And in just a few moments, you're going to hear Jesus speak through the priest. And he's going to say, take this, all of you, and eat it. It's as if you were there present. I used to think it's like putting on a play. We're just reenacting the Last Supper. That's not the teaching of the faith. You're actually there at the Last Supper, and it's Jesus speaking through me because I've been configured to him through ordination. So when he says, take this, all of you, eat this, this is my body. Take this and drink this, this is my blood. It's an invitation to suffer with him, to take up our cross this week, especially this week, to drink of the cup. That cup he's speaking of is the cup of suffering. He's asking his church, will you suffer? Will you keep watch with me this week? We're all suffering in different ways. Mind, body, or spirit. We're all going through different things right now. But that's the passion of Christ in you. Does that make sense? And it's an invitation to embrace that, not to complain about it, not to have self-pity, but to say, Lord, thank you for letting me go through what I'm going through right now. I don't understand it. I may not even like it, but Lord, I just embrace this cross with you, especially this Holy Week. And know that he's using your suffering to save souls. What Jesus went through and what he continues to go through us now, he has given suffering redeeming value. Suffering now has purpose. Suffering in and of itself is just a living hell. So thank God he went through what he went through, because now our suffering has meaning. It has purpose to know that when you come to Holy Mass and you offer your suffering on this altar, even if you can't come and you're watching on live stream, you put your suffering, all your sacrifice, all the things you're going through, put it on this altar. And you just say, Jesus, I unite it with you. And Jesus, I thank you for letting me share in your passion, in your death. And please, God, your resurrection, right? Because we know where this is going to lead us. The crucifixion is not the end. The pain and the suffering, it feels like abandonment. That's what he says. My God, why have you abandoned me? But God the Father never abandoned him. He was just expressing what every human being feels when we're going through hell, when we're going through tremendous struggle and pain. It feels like abandonment. So this week I encourage you to take time to really reflect on the mysteries, the suffering of Jesus, the sorrowful mysteries, and really enter into that and see yourself in that. Be there with him to comfort him. He's looking for people who will keep watch with him to comfort him. So I just encourage all of us this week to, whatever your cross is, to take it up, to embrace it with him, and to know that this too shall pass, The church is going through her own Passover right now. We're going through a purification. This world is going through a purification. This is not by accident. God's letting us go through a Passover with him. But we all know where the Passover takes us. It's to a whole new life, a resurrected life. So take courage.